Oh, I didn't hear the music. I guess my headphones are on really softly, which is good. Talk amongst yourselves.
You were frozen there for a second.
Boom. We're Journals Out Loud, yes. I'm Louise Palanker, your lovely and captivating host, here with a panel of wise and wonderful young people. We've got Sean, Tara, Luna, the dog. Can
Do
you
you
see
see how much space she's taking up?
Pretty much a
The
couch,
whole couch.
Like, she's literally...
couch hog.
But, yeah, you know, she's spoiled.
She's a princess. We've got Jilly, and Brian is here from Syracuse.
Yay!
Brian! Wait, is that in New York?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm
Hot.
very proud of myself.
Ow.
That hurt my ears a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Way too
Josh.
loud.
And Aaron's here in the studio. We've got Andrew and Matt behind the board, and that's it. Sarah is here
Who's that? Who's
because Aaron
that?
is standing in blocking. He's solar eclipsing her from me. She's my moon, and Aaron is my eclipse. So we're going to
There
have
you
a
go.
wonderful show. Sarah's here to answer the phone. You can give us a call at 888-531-7171. We will take your calls about anything and everything. That's why I probably
And
couldn't hear
let
the
there
music
be
because the
light.
lights weren't on. Yes,
She's
failed
doing the
physics.
crab
But
walk.
my point is, did you guys see the tribute to Manchester?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, and it was pretty beautiful.
I saw all of
And-
Miley's posts.
You saw all of my. What did she say? Anything touching or meaningful?
No,
or?
it's just like her posts were so adorable, and she just like was so happy to be there, and I was like, wow, like that's so amazing of her to be posting like that, and I love Miley
Miley's
Cyrus so
cool.
much. Do you know that she's giving up drugs and alcohol and like everything because she's like, I'm so much better like focusing on music and stuff when that's not in my system, and like I mean she's turning into an amazing role model. Jeez, like I love her.
Way to adult, Miley. Pride.
She deserves a clap.
And I think Justin is doing a pretty good job of adulting.
I love Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I've always loved him.
Me too.
So I'm in that corner. So let's go ahead and show a little bit of what he said to the fine people of Manchester.
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. You guys are so brave. What an amazing thing we're doing tonight. Would you not agree? Would you agree that love always wins? What a better way to fight evil with evil than to fight evil with good. Would you guys agree with that? It's an honor for me to be here. And maybe I should just play some music, right?
She agrees. I think everyone agreed. If there were any dissenters, it'd be like, I disagree. And there would be an usher
I love
out of
him.
the stadium. We are very sorry, but you may not stay. All right, good job, Justin Bieber, and give it up to Manchester, and we're thinking about you guys. And we're going to get on with our show. Did you hear this? I was reading on the internet. Who's been there? Yes?
A couple times.
Fans. Harvard is revoking admission to kids who had posted offensive memes. So here's what happened. They form like sort of like a student group after they find out that they all get admitted to Harvard, because it's like, oh my God, you guys, I'm going to Harvard. Who else is going to Harvard? And they form their little snooty groups. Not that everybody going to Harvard falls into this category, but I guess like finds like, and it sort of devolved into people just being horrible. And it turns out that your admission to Harvard is revocable. And roll the video.
Revoking the admissions of some incoming students over obscene messages sent on Facebook. WB's Nick Giovanni is live in Cambridge this morning with more on this story for us. Nick.
Chris, this was all over memes posted on Facebook, according to the Harvard Crimson, the student newspaper, reporting that Harvard's actually rescinding admissions offers, as you said, to at least 10 prospective freshmen who, according to the Crimson, were part of a private Facebook group made up of members of the class of 2021 that shared sexually explicit memes and messages, some of which reportedly targeted minority groups, joked about child abuse, and even the Holocaust. And we reached out to Harvard for a response. The university says they do not comment publicly on the admission status of individual applicants. We're live in Cambridge. Nick Giovanni, WBZ this morning.
I want to see the memes.
All right, no, we're not gonna share that track. But what I do want to ask you,
But like, is it really that bad?
I
like,
think you
They're
could
joking about
They
the
were?
Holocaust.
Explicitly.
well, I mean, like, I understand that, but like, is it that bad to revoke? Like,
I sent you
probably
the
not
article. You could read some of the stuff that was mentioned. I'm not going to spread it, but it is findable online. What I wanted to ask you guys is, imagine that time in your life where you feel like you can take on the world, and you just found out you got into Harvard. Is it possible that these are really nice kids that just took jokes too far and felt invincible because they had just done one of the hardest things possible, Ryan?
I mean, yeah, definitely. And like these meme groups are, I think it actually started at Berkeley. It was like Berkeley memes for edgy teens or something like that. And then like a lot of different schools started getting their own meme groups, and Syracuse doesn't have one because we're lame.
Meme groups?
Yeah, like it's a whole group.
You just have a
people are
group?
going to post. And
Okay, I get that.
so I guess like now for admissions, they're getting the same thing. But I kind of get it. Like your admission to Harvard, Wheezy, what you said pretty much is that like it's really hard to do. And in that, it takes a lot to do that. You have to uphold yourself in that way. You can't just stop the second you get admitted. That's so.
Yeah, like you feel like, oh, well, like, you know, I guess everything's funny now because I'm the smartest person on my street. And you still have to always check yourself. And I would share it with you, Tara, if I had anything at the top of mind. But I know that Matt or Andrew can look up the what I was looking at. I think it was on Huffington Post, the link that I sent you guys.
Yeah, because
And
I want to see just how bad it is so I can react
I don't
properly.
even want to
wasn't it-
say any of it out loud, but if someone else
I'm
looks...
sure they're really.
Can someone look it up and like just put it in front
Wasn't
of
it
my
a
face real
private
quick?
group? Was it a private group? Is that what they
Right,
They
but
said
they-
it was private.
How did they know that
Can I-
if it was private, then how did they like?
I
how
don't
did
know
this
how
go
they
down?
were caught, but I think that probably the FBI and the CIA, whoever figured out who was leaking, you know,
Or someone took a screenshot.
documents,
And
Yeah.
reported it. Or the FBI and the CIA. Either one.
or that.
There's probably
you know,
somebody
I
that
was-
got offended inside.
But
the
it's
group.
probably similar to the way that they caught Reality Winner, who wins at having the world's greatest stealth name of someone who's going to leak documents. If you're going to leak documents, you really should get your parents to name you Reality Winner, because then you will grow up and leak things and be kind of infamous. I wanted to know if Reality Winner's middle name was Show, because that would make sense. The rest of it, I'm not really able to kind of like. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I do. Okay, so I guess I could explain it to them because Katera is really confused right now.
No, sorry. I was just trying to find the meme, and I can't find the meme because it's just the internet.
But you know what we're
So
talking
bad.
about right now?
No.
Okay, so
This is actually a young person, so,
So-
we should talk about her because it's really, really interesting.
there's
What's
a young girl who worked as like a records keeper for the NSA, I believe.
Yeah, 25 years old.
And
She can
sh-
speak like 7 languages. Super
Yeah.
smart.
Ooh,
And
good
she went in and leaked a document stating that there is proof that the Russians hacked the election in some way. So it was.
So she leaked a legit
She
document.
leaked a legit like government official document saying that there's proof that the Russians did this.
Well,
So America has proof that the Russians
Yeah.
Well-
made Trump. So why
Well, we
is he
are-
still president?
we already had proof, but this was just getting them closer to, like, I guess, specific district voting records and access that we didn't know
Yeah,
that they
like,
had. Like, it gets them closer
it
to the
gets-
scene of the crime, which would be manipulating votes, which we don't quite have yet, but it's closer than we've had.
But there's a government document.
Stating that they went in
They
and like
have
hacked emails
proof.
and hacked,
right, but
like,
they were already looking into it, or they wouldn't have the
Okay,
document.
so what happened to the girl?
And she
She got
signed-
arrested
she
immediately.
signed-
Okay, well, yeah, obviously. So, like, what's her punishment? Like, what do
when
they?
when you do a
Jail.
job like that for the government, you can't just decide that you know better than the than where you work about what should be leaked to the. In
she's
other
in
words,
jail.
it's private. It's private until.
I mean, how many years though? Like, do we know what her?
No. Justice, the wheels of justice, they turn slowly, Tara. We don't know exactly what's going to happen to her.
Sorry.
She could face 10 years in prison, or this whole thing could be. Well,
Thank
I
God
guess
she
she
happened
thought
to the
she's a young
country.
person. She thought she was a whistleblower. She thought she was doing the right thing. She didn't profit. She was just trying to
She
go.
just wanted
feel
to
like
do
they're
something.
just
She was
So
gonna
what
let-
are we trying to discuss
She was
here?
trying to go Snowden, and it's not such a good
They're-
idea unless your dad is a lawyer to really.
I
I
mean,
say good job.
Yeah, I mean it's a
I'm
good job
happy.
on
right,
her.
but that's like saying we don't trust the government who
I
she worked
don't.
for that was dealing with the document that she saw.
Do we
and
seriously trust the government?
we have
She
to.
is the government. Like, just for what it's worth, like, she's a part of that government that you
Yeah.
don't trust.
Actually, she was subcontracted, so it's kind of tricky. But
I think
you
in general,
need to be careful when you take the law into your own hands and you think you know better than any. It's kind of similar to the Harvard people in a different way, because she thought she knew better than everyone what she
Yeah.
was
Did she
doing,
think
and
she
that
knew better, or did she just want to let the American people know that, hey guys, you think that we have proof? Well, hey, we actually do have proof.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think overall, like give it a couple days, and the biggest thing is going to be actually James Comey. So we'll talk about.
There's
that.
just so much
Sorry.
to look at, and hopefully she's got great parents and a good lawyer, and she won't get herself into too much of a mess. having done so. What are we looking at?
Where's the actual meme though? Can we?
That was what the group was titled.
Is this
all,
up
all
on the
the
screen
meme
now,
groups have
Matt?
creative like
Harvard
weird
memes.
titles that are
This
some
this
variant
sentence
of-
was out of the Harvard Crimson, so that
handful
gives
of
the
admitted-
title, the name of the group.
All right, so if you're
What is
listening to
that
this
B word?
podcast, it says
someone actually called me that this week.
Hold on, we
Not
need
the
one voice
other part,
talking.
but the-
Some people listen to this podcast. We need one voice talking at a time.
Sorry.
It says a handful of admitted students formed the messaging group titled at one point Harvard Memes for Horny Bourgeois Teens on Facebook in late December, according to incoming.
What does bourgeois mean?
It's like
That's
middle-
the French
It's
term,
like
right?
upper class fancy folks, sort
Bourgeois.
of ish. Yeah.
Is
So
that how we got bougie?
Yes.
Yes, that's where it came from.
etymology is fun.
You just put two and two together.
I feel so.
Who
I-
wants to read a question, Josh?
Sure. Questions. Hi, this seems to be a topic that is interesting and quite difficult. How do you know if a guy/girl likes you? I do have some ideas, but myself is still questioning about it.
There's many signs.
See how much has changed since you left, Ryan? How do you know?
It depends. Like you're never gonna like. There's not one answer to say. Like, there can be so many different things on how you know if someone likes you.
What
or
are
not.
signs, Tara, that you would notice?
Okay,
don't.
If someone's
signs.
touchy,
See, why'd you? I was
Oh,
just gonna
sorry.
say that. Why'd you take that from me, Sean?
it's like body language. If they're like leaning into you, if they're like sitting here like
Tara.
having a conversation while like leaning into you like that,
Like Tara.
Yeah.
like
What am I doing?
Tara's
I'm
going
leaning
away
this
from
way.
me.
I'm going to Luna. Like, I love my dog, okay? But no, like, kind of like touchy, or like if you like look and like if you see like them kind of like I think this is funny when they look at your lips. I don't know. Like, look at like where they like put their
It's
eyes.
true though.
Thank you.
It's true though.
It's so true.
Jilly's
like,
all laughing. She's
when
like,
you're,
"That's
okay,
not
when you're
true."
looking at something, like if I'm looking at you, Jilly, right? I'm looking at you, and then I just keep looking at your lips. It's because I want to kiss you. Have you never noticed that? Oh my god, you guys
That's
are
not
like
100%, but like
Sometimes it's
I don't
because
think that's
it's
why.
Pan to
but that
Jilly's
is-
face
No,
right
but
about
that's-
now.
no,
Jilly's
but
like,
that's like
"What?"
that's a thing too. It's like where they're like eyes are.
Look at my lips, and I want to see if I can tell.
Well, no, because I
It's when
don't
it's-
want to
it's when
kiss
you're
you.
close.
No, but I
Get
want
closer.
you have to be
I want
closer.
to tell if I can. No, if I'm like.
Okay, well, no, but I'm
If
saying like
I want to
there's
see if I
touching.
can. No, if we're like really close, then yeah, I can tell. But then I feel like we're past the point if I'm trying to see if I like you.
There's
or
also
not.
signs
You know what I
when
mean?
when you're
Like,
texting somebody.
okay.
like
What are
s-
those, Sean?
Say if a girl texts you "Hey" with 3 Y's, that's
Oh my
like
God.
that's a
Oh.
dead giveaway.
Oh, that's a tell.
No, it's not. That's
That's
such
a dead
BS.
That's what guys
Why
like to
would
think.
why would you put 3 Y's if you weren't excited to say hi to me?
Yeah, like you took the
I
extra
literally
time to
say
type
that-
those extra Y's.
My phone
No.
autocorrects to that now.
No,
like-
no.
You said it far too much.
No, there's
You like way
okay,
too many people.
The 3 Y's, absolutely not. But like texting
Yes,
where you're
3
just
Ys.
like you're like being like flirtation. I think emojis are super like that's flirty. They
I would send an
are-
emoji to Wheezy. Like I send emojis to everyone.
It
My
did-
Yeah,
dad
but
sends
what
emojis
kind
to
of
You
everyone.
wouldn't
emojis?
send,
You're
like-
not sending her like.
It depends.
I've never sent anyone the eggplant, so I wouldn't send it to anyone.
Certain emojis are flirtatious emojis that
Which
you would
ones?
send if you like.
Which
Eggplant.
ones?
Well,
Eggplant, that's a good
No
one.
one actually
This-
sends
there's
that
this-
one.
There's like the
Not
water
true.
I don't
emoji.
do
There's the
that.
water emoji. You know
Okay,
which
but
one I'm
that's, like,
talking
super
about?
sexual.
Yeah, the one that
though.
has like the 3.
Yeah, the 3 little. It's like
No, but
I don't want to
other
say that word.
What are other sides though? Okay, so we got like eyes. Like look where they're looking with their eyes at you.
I've had people tell me like when somebody's standing there, like if their feet are like pointing, like in your like there's a.
That's what I was saying.
No,
If
no,
I
no.
was
Can we talk
angle.
about? Wait. Clueless. Has anyone seen Clueless?
Yes.
Oh my God! Do you remember where the girl is saying like legs
Obviously, I've seen
crossed
Clue.
towards each other? That means they want to have sex. It's just like
It's true though. If you're like,
like,
yeah.
If their body language is pointing towards you, it's a good indicator. Like a lot of subconscious signs come out when even if they're not constantly saying anything.
You should
Why is she
honestly-
drawing an eggplant?
oh my God.
you should
All right,
honestly
so
just
I have
ask
one
this
thing
person.
that if you want to know, I have one thing that you can try,
Asking.
and that other than
We
asking,
burst
Ryan.
of,
And Ryan, you've heard me say this before, so forgive me. But if you're like sitting at a lunch table or something, and his hand's on the table, you can put your hand on the table kind of close to his.
They're
and
not going to do it at
well-
lunch. They'll do it in a popcorn at a movie theater.
But let me finish.
Ew.
This is just a test. Put your hand on a table close to his hand or her hand, and see if she pulls her hand away or leaves her hand there.
I don't know.
That's a
you
good
guys-
one.
No, I don't think
conversation
It's a
I'm always
proximity.
really, really bad at. Like
It's a
my friends will
proximity.
be like, "You realize like he really likes you," and I'm like, "No, you guys, like we're just friends." And they'll be like, "Jilly, like you're so
You're blind, Jilly."
dumb."
But
and
if
I'm
you-
like, "What are you guys talking about?" And they'll like literally list 10 things like. you realize like you were essentially like on a date with him. And I'm like, no, we weren't.
No,
like
no.
not at all.
You
And I'm
realize,
like,
Jilly, that was your wedding.
I was like,
you were there.
no, literally like. No,
The Ferris
like,
wheel?
Yeah,
The
literally.
Ferris wheel. Oh, Ryan, last week
I got trapped into literally being a guy
girlfriend.
asked me to be his girlfriend on a Ferris wheel, and I had no idea.
Right,
And
yeah,
I
she
was
had
like,
nowhere to go.
I was like, yeah, literally, I said yes because I didn't know what to do. So literally, I'm so bad at this. So I'm very interested.
You already broke up with him?
Well,
Yeah.
there's
Well,
things
this was a
where
while. No, this
it's
was
like
sophomore year of
people.
high
Oh, I
school.
thought you said last week. I was
No,
like,
last week this was the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
You-
oh,
you missed
oh,
it because
oh,
you were
No,
in
but
Hawaii.
clearly I'm. It's a little sassy.
That was
Go ahead,
hella
Ryan.
sassy.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I totally accidentally took a girl on a date once. Like I paid for dinner, and my mom just gave me money to pay for dinner, and so she totally thought like I was paying in like a nice way. But I was like, oh, my mom gave me this much money, like I'm gonna pay. And then she like texted me a few days later, like, hey, are we gonna go out again? And I was like, no, like that was not a thing. Like we were just eating as friends. So
You
yeah,
had to say all that in a text?
Yeah, I'm really bad with that too.
Can
with
you,
Jilly,
like,
so.
Negative
don't know.
eggplant.
Well, I was.
There is no such
Don't
thing as a
listen to
negative
anything we
eggplant.
say.
No, but I went on a date once that I didn't know was a date. Like I thought it was.
That happens.
Well, because yeah, it does. Like, because there are some signs where like you don't know until you get there. Because I thought it was just like friends, like, oh, okay, you're new in town. Like, we were just gonna like talk and stuff because it was like very brief and whatnot. And then it ended up like halfway through, I was like, ooh, crap! Like stuff that he's saying and like the way that he's like talking to me, I was like, crap, are we on a date?
Yep.
And then he like paid for it, and I was like, oh,
You gotta watch that.
You literally have no idea.
Why are you bummed out that he
sometimes.
paid for your dinner?
Well, no. I was very happy. I was like, thank you, but like I don't like you.
It's just something you would like to know going in. You
Right,
know?
it's this thing
Yeah.
Sean called like emotional responsibility. Like now I'm responsible for his feelings, like which is what
But I was
Ryan.
gonna say,
Like,
there's
you
a lot of
just-
stuff with like social media though, how you can tell if somebody likes you
How?
too.
Tell me.
Like, okay, so like
There is though.
if you
Help
can,
a girl out.
okay, do you ever post on your story and there's like maybe like a guy like responds to you in a private message and like sends like either emoji or like says like responds to your story? If people like actually take the time to respond to your story, it means like
that
they're
doesn't
interested.
necessarily
Yeah, but
mean.
guys
No,
are weird
some-
on
some
social
do.
media, though. Guys
Some
are
do.
weird on social media, don't you think?
I'm very straightforward on social media. Like,
I'm
But you're always straightforward.
I mean,
period, Sean.
well, yeah.
Not everybody is.
But like, yeah, I speak my mind, I guess. But I'm very straightforward though. If I like a girl, I'll swipe up on their story and be like, hey, you're cute. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but you've been really clear that this doesn't confuse you. You're very if you like someone or don't like someone, they know.
Exactly.
I don't know that all guys are that direct about it.
They're not. Sorry.
Well, I just don't even know if I like someone sometimes. Like it's not a
That's-
binary thing.
that's
so
a
I
good
think
point.
That's kind of important.
No, but there's some people where it's like I've been saying before, just freaking be honest with people. Like there's so many people that are just like they'll say that they like are interested in you and that they like you, and then they'll just be like playing a game, and then they'll be interested again, and then they'll be playing a game, and it's just like I know so many friends who like talk to me because now that like I have friends and I talk to them and I get to know their lives, it's just like all these guys that keep. What?
You've just come out of a cocoon. You're like life, world, people.
No, but like seriously though, but like because like guys are always like, oh, I'm so straightforward and blah blah blah, but then they play so many games with all my friends, and I'm like, just be honest. Like so many people are so much better if you're just honest. Hey, I like you, or hey, I just kind of want to like hang out with you, or like hey this, hey that, and it's just like no one does that. And we have a phone call, so like I want to hear from someone.
We do. Tara, take the call.
Yeah, hello there.
There you go. Say again.
Hello. Is this
Hello?
is this who we're talking to? This guy right here?
Hi, is this you?
Yeah, this is
Can you introduce yourself?
this is Diesel and yeah. Hey, sorry.
Wait, are there two different people right
Pretty
now?
much, if you can tell by our accents, we're from the South. Louise told us to call in, and y'all would play a clip of one of our videos.
We are gonna do that. So can you say your names, please?
This is Nathan. I'm also known as Luck, and my friend Carter, also known as Diesel Dempsey, has a more southern accent.
Wait, but I got a question for you. Where are you from in the South?
Tennessee. We're from
You're
Tennessee.
from Tennessee? Where in Tennessee? I want to go to Nashville.
You're the
guys.
only 10 I see.
Sean?
Oh, Sean.
Sorry, I had to.
That is actually
That's
one
how
of
you
the
can
most
tell when
used
Sean
lines
likes you.
here, so, yeah.
That is the most used line? Oh, God. Wouldn't you be like,
Oh God,
annoyed?
you guys hear that all the time, right? So anyway, so
Oh,
Nate,
yeah.
yeah.
Anytime, it's
Okay, but what
at
city? What
least once
city?
a week.
What city? What city are you from?
Chattanooga.
Ooh!
Oh.
Chattanooga.
I love the aquarium.
And just so you guys know,
Sorry.
Nathan has been video has how long have you had your YouTube channel?
Probably maybe like 3 or 2 years.
Yeah, you've been doing prank phone calls, and what else can we find on your channel?
Well, first of all, let me just get started that there's like so many fake pranks on YouTube, but you can find pranks, and occasionally I'll do vlogs. But that, as I was saying about the fake pranks, it truly drives me nuts. But if you actually want to watch some real pranks, then search up my channel. She asked what's on your channel.
I did. I did.
Oh my God, I love you guys.
Then we have another channel for skits.
And can I just say, you are legitimately funny. You just have a great personality.
Do you wanna do a prank together, dude?
Well, we're gonna show one of their videos right now.
Okay, I'm
let's
excited.
Let's do that first.
Okay, I'm gonna judge them.
Matt has it queued up. Here we go.
I'm buying one for my friend Jagger because, like everybody knows, I'm not the wealthiest man in the world. But he should be here any second, and y'all are getting to see my brand new flat screen TV.
Nice.
Got this TV, finally. I was looking for it throughout my basement. It's a good 10-inch. It has all the buttons you need. It has the video and the audio right here.
That's racist, man. It's got yellow and white right now.
You should lay off the TV.
Can you lay off the Starbucks, fat boy? All right.
You put a different TV
Awesome.
The biggin is we call around here. That would be me.
Here we go. That's excellent.
So was this a prank?
I think you guys.
Feel free to leave a bunch of dislikes on it if you feel like it.
Oh no, we're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna like
Thumbs
it.
up.
We're gonna blow it up.
Okay,
That's the kind of TV that even you can't put it out at the curb and have anyone take it. It just stays at the curb, right?
Actually, it is still sitting in the ditch / street behind my house. I'm still too lazy to go down there and get it. That's good for nature. We'll have to get it eventually.
Yes, let it decompose. That was excellent.
It won't for
All right, so do you have anything to say to the panel or any questions, or you just want us to subscribe to your channel?
No, we're gonna collaborate.
Well, it's up to you, really. Do you all have questions?
Do you guys have any questions?
Are we gonna collaborate?
We could if you want to.
Oh my God,
That would be
yes.
awesome.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Follow us on social media and let's DM each other and let's talk and think of a really cool video to do. Let's do it.
Okay, that would be awesome.
You're down?
Yeah,
sure.
Oh my God.
so cool.
Oh my God. I'm so excited, guys. You don't understand. Do you see my excitement right now? Are you watching us
Tara
live?
just made 2 new friends.
I'm
She's
so excited.
We're watching and talking too, so we're kind of back and forth.
Multitasking.
You have a blogging channel, right?
Me? Yeah, I do. I just started though, so it's like don't judge me. Like,
vlog.
but I love vlogging and I
might be able
love
to help
pranking.
you out. So.
Oh my God,
because
please
I have,
do.
like, a small fan base, not really much.
Dude, yes, and I okay, seriously though, like I love Nashville and I'm really trying to take a trip there in September. So like, I'm serious. Possibly.
All right, we're hooking it
Should
up.
we go? Are
Thank
we
you
gonna
guys
go
so
to
much for calling. I really appreciate you. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Oh my God, are we gonna go?
Thank you so much.
We're all going to Chattanooga.
Really appreciate
Okay,
it.
follow
I love
us.
it. We
Follow
are.
us.
Oh, we are.
Message
We
me.
need to go to the aquarium.
Yeah,
I
we're
love
going.
that place.
Guys,
all
I'm so serious.
Ryan, would you please
though.
read the next question? I know Ryan likes the long ones.
I do, but also my neck has to.
Questions. Good Lord.
Childish.
Comet.
When I was in grade 5 or 6, I was at a cabin during the summer. I shared a cabin with this guy who I would say is my step cousin, who's 5 years older than me. I was sleeping and I woke up to him on top of me, my pants pulled down, and him on top of me. I was in so much shock, I was so embarrassed, and of course I couldn't do anything, so I pretended I was sleeping. I'm in grade 10, going to 11 now, and I've never told anybody or talked about this because I don't have the courage to say it. I've thought about it a lot more lately, and I don't know what to do. Help me.
All right, Ryan, also read the next question because these two are related.
My stepdad, well, he touches me the wrong way. How do I tell my mom? She is sort of sensitive because she's already in a lot of stress with a baby. How can I tell her about it?
You need to just like honestly, you need to tell her.
Just say it.
You have to.
There's no beating around the bush with that one. You kind of have to, say it.
If you feel, in both of these cases, if you feel like
I thought this was the same case.
No, it's two different. I put them together because they were similar. If you feel that one of your parents will not be receptive to this, then call a helpline or go see your counselor. The first person you tell should be someone who is going to accept this, because there are cases where just to keep the family together, a parent will ignore it or say you're overreacting or downplay it. And this should never be downplayed because kids should not be interfered with sexually at all by an older person. It should never happen,
This
and
is
it's
not
never
okay.
your
Not at
fault.
all.
So
No, those adults like that are doing that have problems, and that's not acceptable no matter what.
but this isn't a secret you should carry with you through life.
No,
this is
it's-
something that it needs the air to breathe and to heal. If you keep it suppressed, it's going to become a big sore inside of you.
And it's gonna mess with you. Like, it really, I feel like it can mess with you. Like, not saying like weird, like emotionally and mentally, but like it's going to make life harder on you if you don't accept what's going on and then make it stop. Like, you need to like work your way through this, because that is a really like, God, I can't even imagine something like that happening, because that's not okay. You need to deal with it, and it shouldn't be happening. And it needs to stop.
you know, this doesn't get said often, but for those of us who never were interfered with as a child, we need to just give a round of applause to our parents or whoever was looking out for us, because it is so common. It just means that we were protected, and that's a gift.
Absolutely.
And so thank you to my parents. And if this did happen to you, there's nothing wrong with you. You did nothing wrong. It's just there are sick people out there who get sexual satisfaction from children. I don't know why the world is broken in that way. We need to grow up and heal it. But you need to speak about this to somebody who will hear you. And I would say start by going to teenlineonline.org and making a phone call and talking to somebody, and then we'll take it once. Because in the first letter, the person said that you think about it all the time. If you speak about this, you'll think about it less and less, because someone will give you the tools to help you heal and move on. And we're really sorry you did not
keeping
deserve.
stuff bottled in doesn't.
Yeah,
work.
you didn't deserve this.
Well worded.
All right, Julie, would you read the next question, please?
Absolutely. I'm going to borrow that from you, though. Okay. So there is this girl me and my best friend liked, and he pretty much gave up because he didn't want to ruin our friendship. He also kind of had others to go after. So, like, yeah, I had a girl to go after. So when my other friend tried to hook me up with another girl, I thought I already have someone to go for. So I tried to hook the second girl up with my best friend, but now IDK what to do because I'm catching feelings for the second girl, which likes me. We're gonna have to decode this.
This is a
I
soap
got it.
opera.
I got it too.
I got it.
Oh, really?
I got it
It's
too.
great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And IDK if I have feelings for the first one, who should I go for?
If you have feelings for the second one and the second one has feelings for you, bada bing, bada boom. There you go.
Boom.
Wow,
Problem
I was
solved.
lost.
Moving
Great
on.
job, guys.
No, definitely.
All right, so Ryan can decode this. He speaks boy.
Not this kind of boy, but with a lot of effort, I figured it out. Okay, so there's two guys, and they're best friends, and they both like the same girl, and they were both thinking about this girl, and then his friend said, hey, you know what? I'm going to avoid this girl. I'm not going to go after her because I don't want it to get in the way of our friendship.
Good job, bro.
So he started going after other girls. And then another friend comes into the mix and tries... Wait, let me make sure this is right. Okay, now I'm confusing myself.
No,
Now that I'm
another
saying
girl
it.
comes in the mix.
Another girl comes into the mix for him to hook up with, but he's like, no. I'm already interested in this other girl.
So
she
pass
sets
you on to my friend.
her up with another friend. Exactly. But now that he set her up with another friend, now he kind of wants her. And that's where we are.
So there were a lot of handoffs going on, but at the end of the
No.
day, it's really just kind of
Yeah.
like, who
That
do you
never
click
works,
with?
though.
And while
Why-
all this is going on, you're getting to know each other better, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, at least I don't know if it's been talked about a lot lately on the show, but years ago we used to talk a lot about like the difference between like kid dating and adult dating.
Sure.
And when you're an adult, it's not the same thing I said with if you like someone, it's not binary whether or not someone like is your girlfriend. At a certain point, it becomes clear, but you know, you don't just talk to someone once and then that's your girlfriend. And so like you go on dates with different people, you get to know different people, and so as you get to know people, you start to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's not like a 1 second, I like this girl and that's it. The other two girls not in the picture. So take your time to figure it out. But if you think that you're starting to have feelings for girl 2, as you call her, and she has feelings for you, then to me that seems like the logical person to pursue. But it's not that clear cut and dry.
I have an analogy, Jilly, that you're going to find to be on point.
Bachelor.
Okay, it's not a light switch that turn. It's not a light switch
What?
that turns on or off. It's a fader.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Bachelor analogy. Sorry, you got me really excited. When
I'm
you just
sorry. We
pointed
can talk
to me.
Bachelor. All right,
Okay,
there's two
I
things.
have to.
While we solve this problem, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I just this Bachelorette season has been terrible, but I'm so glad that the Wapu guy is gone.
Oh,
Oh my God,
yeah.
you watch it?
No,
Relief.
I,
Relief. Oh, you liked him?
well, no,
I hated him.
Is it the one that
no,
had
I
the
didn't
boyfriend
like
that
No,
got
but I
kicked
think the
out?
season is
No,
good.
That was
I'm a little disappointed with the boy selection for her
Yeah.
because she is like such a queen.
She
and
is.
like the
Oh.
What? Ryan, we're
Fight,
talking
fight,
Bachelor,
fight,
and you
fight.
need to respect
Oh wait,
that.
this is when you walk out. Remember we had the plan.
Oh yeah.
This, if I was gonna walk out, this is when I would walk out. By the way.
I would take that seat and be a lot more comfortable.
Oh,
Ryan Tabb.
Shade thrown.
If you don't respect our Bachelorette convos,
No, he is involved. That's
Are we
why
talking
he's
Bachelorette or
passionate.
Bachelor?
Bachelorette.
either one, it doesn't matter.
the
Right
same
now, it's
show.
about
You know
Rachel
something?
Lindsay, our
I'm
queen.
having some issues with
Okay.
my Bachelorette Mondays because my group that I'm viewing with
Right.
my friends keeps getting bigger and bigger, and they are not as serious of watchers.
Oh
as
no,
I
you
am.
can't talk.
And they keep talking, and I
Oh,
keep
no.
missing things. So
No, well-
I'm gonna need to. I keep having to rewatch.
You should
certain
post the
stuff.
rules.
No,
You can-
now we're watching with subtitles now to try and get around
Jilly,
that.
come,
Alright.
come watch it
No,
with
I'm
me.
gonna have to
I will
watch it
shut
with you.
up. Like, I'll just let you talk.
Will you?
I promise I
That's
will.
gonna
Will you?
work.
All right. So do you?
Like, I
do you
promise.
I
I
will.
promise.
Do you have?
Don't
Do you?
know.
Do you have any favorites?
Not
Any picks to click?
exactly yet. Here's
So
my
I'm-
problem though, is because I just don't know. Like I am not in love with anybody yet, but I will keep you posted.
Because I'm kind of thinking.
Who do you think?
I like Josiah.
People really like him.
I like Josiah, and Peter is cute. So what are you thinking, Ryan?
Peter was the one she went on the date with, in the second episode, or
Yeah.
the first episode, and she didn't really know him. He just kind of came out of nowhere, but he made her laugh, right?
Right.
Yeah, Peter's the best, and then also I like the wrestler dude.
The wrestler dude is sweet, but I'm worried about just all that testosterone.
Oh yeah, I just like him as a character. I
Yeah.
don't really like him for her. But she is no queen. She's looking for love on The Bachelor. None of them are queens or kings. She's looking for love on The Bachelor. That's why she's not a queen.
Ryan, she's a
In
lawyer.
your personal
Yo,
opinion.
don't get Jilly started, man.
Yeah,
she's gonna slay.
think they're all trash.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
no.
Oh, fighting words.
Trash?
Ooh.
She is the first educated African American bachelorette, and these are the guys they pick for her on the show. I have a huge problem with that. That's my issue.
I don't know what kind of guys audition, because a quality guy like Ryan is not auditioning for The Bachelorette.
Or a quality girl who was on The Bachelor and now didn't win is on The Bachelorette.
I
So
know
they're
you
not
have-
quality people either.
Ryan,
That's what I'm saying.
in order
These
to enjoy
are
the program, you have to
fighting words.
suspend all of
She's
that.
not a quality girl just because she is on.
These are fighting words.
I see what you're saying though. Like
Oh my
I
god.
see
She's
the
looking
problem
for
with that
love on a
sentence now that
reality
I've said it
show.
out loud, but I still think she is a good person.
I think, and she's
even though
funny.
I don't know her at all.
And she dismissed DeMario, and
yes,
she
and the way
articulated
she
herself.
did that, I
very
loved
class,
it.
very class.
Classy.
Ryan, I need an update from Ryan, because Ryan is one of my guys.
Wait, before that. I just think that DeMario didn't get enough looked into what was going on behind the scenes.
What,
that
no,
girl
no,
could have
no.
been crazy.
All you need to know is that when you sign up for The Bachelorette, you sign up that you've been out of a relationship for a certain number
Which
of
he
months.
says he was.
He wasn't. He had her key.
Josh, do you have anything to add?
Key.
I think he
That's
lied
it?
on his application, which is the same as people like Jeff
Listen,
Jeff
if it's
Sessions
true-
lying
if it's
about
true-
speaking to the Russians.
If it's true,
It's a lie.
ship him. But I'm just saying, and I just think that it was all too quick, and she met this girl. She could have been crazy, and then she's just,
All right. Well, it is show business, so we have to give it that. All right. So
The
Ryan
Bachelor.
just spent his second year at Syracuse University, and I do need a little bit of an update on his life.
It was cold.
It gets cold over there.
It gets very cold.
How old
no.
are you, Ryan?
How old
20?
am I?
19?
I'll be 20 next month. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm 19. I loved it. This year was so much more fun than my last year there. I think just it took me a while to get settled in, but it was phenomenal. I've never been anywhere where so many people have so much pride for where they are. So there's a whole just vibe, and I'm sure other colleges are like that, but I've only ever been to one college.
Where are you at?
Syracuse.
Oh, okay.
So does your family live here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah, it was. I had a phenomenal year, and I will not be able to say anything bad about this past year. I loved it.
Excellent. So did you get more involved in the broadcasting aspect of, because he's a major in
Broadcast journalism.
Yeah.
Broadcast and digital journalism.
Sweet.
So
you have the voice for it, if that's
He
what you're
does,
going for.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been a little bit more involved. My classes this past year have been much more hands-on. It's not been as much of 3 or 4 hour lectures about it. We've actually been making news pieces, and every week that's what we do. So it's been really fun. I've enjoyed my classes more, and then I'm starting to get more involved with the extracurriculars as far as that's concerned too. And Trish actually set me up with an internship at a local radio station next semester. She got me in for an interview, and I ended up landing that internship. So thank you to Trish and Our Place for that.
Yay.
But yeah.
Congratulations.
We're now called Journals Out Loud. But
I know. But
so we're gonna do some journalism right now, and I'm gonna skip ahead if we're not there yet, because I do want to get this in. This is our social media guru Harry kind of put out an announcement that we're looking for people to write essays about or to blog about what it's like to live where you live, because we just talked to Nathan and his friend, and we got to see a little bit of what it's like to live in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So this is an essay written by, I don't know how to say her name. It could be Aisha or Aisha Hummerick, and we're going to kind of go around the room and share paragraphs here, starting out with Sean, and it's called What It's Like to Live in Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Can you read
by Aisha Hummerick.
Long thing.
It's long, but it's really beautiful. So I think you're
read fast.
Oh, I thought you were like, can you read? I was like,
no. Okay, so you read a paragraph.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Paragraph.
All right, I'll start it out.
Don't read super slow. It's a long essay.
Are we ready?
I was born in a small town named Zephyr Hills, Florida. I've moved all around, and now I'm back and staying in this small town I was born in. Zephyr Hills is known as the Snowbird City, meaning all the northern oldies come down here every summer, which makes traffic terrible. As a new driver, I dread driving in the summer.
Going to school here is okay if you fit it. You have your typical groups, and I stopped going to school my 10th grade year. Bullying got too bad. What? I didn't fit it for the simple fact that I focused on school and my writing. So now I'm getting my GED. There isn't really anything fun to do here. You have your movie theater where your teens go and make out and get into fights. And then you have your bowling alley where teens also go to smoke. The main... He's laughing at me. The main hangout is McDonald's late at night. You'll have all sorts of people that hang out there. We don't have any beaches close to us. The closest one is in Clearwater, and man, that's a drive. The closest mall is in Wesley Chapel. So, as you can tell, Zephyr Hills is not really a fun place.
Zephyr Hills is known for drug use and crime, of course, like every other town. You just have the okay side and the bad side. Crime is at an all-time high. You have wannabe little teen boys. You have wannabe little teen boys wanting to be in gangs from Dade City come in and do shootings. Just recently, we have a drive-by shooting at the park. Our park is mostly of drug deals and homeless people. No one here cares about the homeless. You'll have a bunch of teenagers go in and mess with their stuff and even take the stuff. The homeless here are very nice. I try to help them out as much as I can. The majority of the crimes. Thank you. The majority of the crime is caused by teenagers. They want to prove that they are all big and bad, but end up messing up their whole lives and going to jail. Our JDC Center for the Youth is so full they have to send them to Land O'Lakes jail. Drug use is used by all sorts of people here. You have people running the streets on drugs, but the cops never do anything about it. The cops are more worried about the youth in this town than the druggies.
Our downtown is very popular. They celebrate every holiday with events and parades. During each holiday is something special there's something special to celebrate. During Halloween, they do haunted houses, and on Halloween night, they give out food. It just all depends on the holiday. Parties are not very big here. Teens are more into going mudding or some other activity. Mm-hmm. Being out of school, you still have your group. You have your group of people, and that's it. You don't hang out with anyone else. This is a small town, so names get passed around, and gossip is very big. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone knows what you do or what you did. Once you get labels put on you, that's it. There's no change again. It stays with you until you move elsewhere. You just have to be careful about dating. There are very few decent guys. The rest will just want to destroy you. There are a lot of teenage mothers out here, but I'm not a teen mom.
In conclusion, Zephyr Hills is not the place to be. It's full with labels and gossip. Once I turn 18, I'm going to college and leaving. It's very miserable to live here. On a rating scale, I would give it 1 star out of 5. There are very few good things about living here. I mean, it's not like the ghetto. It's a little better than that. I do not recommend living here.
I feel like that's so many small towns though, because I can completely relate. Like my small town has like a lot of crap that's going on there. There's like been like a lot of teen deaths, but it's also like a place where everyone goes and visit because it's Hilton Head Island and it's like super trafficky in the summer and there's only like 1 million people there on a 6 mile by 12 mile place. But then it's all still the same who you know. And like if you get labeled, like I got labeled and that followed me up until I moved out to California. So it's kind of like
So this felt really similar to you?
Oh my God, yeah. Literally everything that they're saying, except like I lived on an island, so the hangout was like the beaches, but there was that one hangout that everyone did. There was those like one parties that everyone goes to. There was like all these different cliques and all the different gossip and all the different labels, and I was just like, Jesus, you're talking about Hilton Head to me.
Do you think that the thing that gets you through is just dreaming about your adult life and your future?
Yeah, kinda. Sorry. Yes, go ahead, people.
Yeah. I mean, it could possibly. I mean, for me, I wasn't necessarily a small town, but there was a lot of aspects of what, other than the drugs. I mean, it's just a bunch of suburban neighborhood white people where I grew up, and so like the local hangout spot was the National Coney Island, and that was like the only thing. And then there was like the library downtown, but otherwise there's not much there to do. So there was like certain places that people would go as well.
Do you think that adults could do a better job of providing young people with activities that are interesting and productive rather than having people just hang out at McDonald's?
It really depends on the area, I guess. Like the adults have a if they have a limited like thing to pull from in their area, like the adults can't just make a zoo pop out of nowhere, and like they can't like.
But they can provide. They can provide youth groups and activities. But Brian.
I mean, I know that this is kind of like one of the, this is a big problem, but my take, like, I don't do that much. And for 2 years, I lived in a tiny town in Colorado, and I just, like, don't do that much. And it's not a problem for me. And I know for some people it is. And I'm, like, a hyperactive person. I have to be doing something, but it doesn't have to be, like, doing something. You know what I mean? Like, I went for a hike today. You can go for a hike or a walk almost anywhere. And, like, you can find a public park to play basketball almost anywhere. If that's not your thing, like, you can find a book to read. So to me, like, it's not really that big. Like, yeah, we have like Universal Studios. I have gone maybe once. You know, I don't take advantage of what LA has to offer as far as being LA. I think that there's a lot of people who don't understand how many opportunities they have to do things because they don't seem in your face.
So you're saying take it upon yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
But
100%.
The one thing that I do have to say, though, when you're a teenager, that is kind of hard because you're not like teenagers, like our brains aren't fully developed yet. And so like, for me, I don't know if I said this before on the show, but when I was a sophomore, I was kind of hanging out with the wrong crowd. And then I also wasn't doing a lot of theater like I used to because it just like, I think they were like doing shows that like I was just like too young to be in or like something. And so for that year or like half a year that I wasn't doing it, I was going to like house parties that I probably shouldn't be going to. I was like fighting with my parents saying like, but I want to go. And I was like pitching big fits. I was being a total beat to my parents. And it was because I wasn't keeping myself doing theater. And that's what I need to be doing. And then finally, like, I got, but what I'm saying is, like, they cut out, like, the dance team at the high school. They were cutting that out. They weren't letting us perform. And, like, I wasn't keeping busy with the arts. And so I was starting to hang out with the wrong people. But then finally, the Equity Theater, where I live, the one director remembered me from when I was a kid, and he actually let me be in it. So then I was with a lot of adults. And I was busy there right after school. I would go there for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Every single day I was performing. So it was like 2 whole months. I got back into that. I was like, oh, this is what I need to be doing. And that kind of saved me from going down a wrong path. Because I went to parties where there was a gun shooting. I was like, crap, what am I doing here? But it's just like, you have to stay busy. But when they take away the arts, because my high school like took away the arts at one point, took away the like, dance team, like you're not staying busy. So you're like hanging out with wrong people. And so I do think adults need to bring stuff to the youth to keep them busy, because where I live, it was so small. Like you couldn't do that much.
I agree with that. And I definitely, like, obviously it's not all on students because like you wanted to be doing those things and they were being taken away from you. But to some degree, like I was never that serious about my grades and my homework and my schoolwork in general.
Yeah.
And all the things I did that wasn't really that much, like playing basketball after school, that was detracting from my ability to have all the time I needed to do my homework well. Like I
really?
So, I mean, at a lot of schools, I think that if you actually just took the time to do your homework like really well, which isn't fun, but like that's like you get out of school at 3 and then you have to eat dinner, you have to shower and go to bed.
Well,
like,
I hate doing homework like after school. Like if I could have just stayed like an hour at school doing it like with people, or like we're all sitting in a room and doing the work there, that's what I love.
I'm sure you could have set that up.
Well, no, but everyone's gone, and then you don't want to be
But you
there.
had their phone numbers, right?
no one wanted to freaking do that.
No, but you had their phone numbers,
yes,
right?
But what
and
I'm
you think
saying,
you couldn't have texted
but
them?
what I'm saying though is that like if they provided us to like do our, because we're there for 7 freaking hours. Why do we have to still do 3-4 hours outside of that?
But you do. Like that's I think it's stupid. No, I think it's stupid. But if you have it, like that's a thing you can do. It's not fun, but like
no
I'm
one's
just saying, there's so many.
You need to like stay.
So no one's gonna do
I
well in
lost
school.
what the question was.
Josh.
I definitely agree that there's a lot of things you can do, but it also depends on where you grew up. If you grew up somewhere like out here, yes, you can go hiking, you can go to the beach, you can do all those things for free. But in Michigan, where I grew up, it's either you go down to the local like abandoned ghetto, or you like go to the like mall, which is also half abandoned.
No,
like,
but I'm saying
like,
I lived in a tiny town in Colorado, and I managed to find things to do.
But there's also Colorado, like you think about it, there's nature, there's things there. Like when you're in Michigan, it's literally flat or ghetto. Like there's really nothing there to do, especially where I grew up.
But Ryan,
like
if you were
if
good
you're at
at
the public park, it's the same thing as this girl. Like you're gonna be having homeless people there, or people doing drug deals, and like the park's right next to 2 abandoned neighborhoods with no electricity. Like it's not
like there's tons of touristy things that you can do where I'm from. But when you're growing up there, you either go hang out at Caligny Beach, but there was tons of shootings at Caligny Beach, so you didn't want to go there anymore, or you go to like house parties or trap houses or like
house parties.
But that's it. Like there's no parks, there's nothing to do.
So
there's
Ryan,
bowling alleys, there's nothing.
I just want to make this point. You were good at keeping your mind busy, but
so many other people
kids
aren't.
have this natural urge to socialize and to find each other and meet each other, because for the first time they're interested in romance and things of that nature. So activities have to be provided, or they're going to hang out at a park with some ungood elements. So how do you, I think the adults have to.
I think you guys are missing his point. Ryan is trying to like give him advice. Like
he's trying to give advice, and that's good.
If that's all you think there is to do in your town, that's not true at all. I totally get what you're saying. You can occupy your own self.
I want you to go live in my hometown for a long extended period of time and tell me what there is to do.
I would play basketball every day for 5 hours.
But normal.
But where? At the park with the homeless people shooting?
Yeah, and I wouldn't talk to the homeless people, and I wouldn't talk to the people with guns.
But other people aren't going to do that. Like other teens aren't that proactive, and they do need people to say, like, because I'm not going to go do like the same thing every single day after school like you could, because that's not in my nature. I need to have different things. But if I don't have different things going on, and that's my nature, well, WTF? Like, what am I supposed to do? So it's like, well, yeah, I know, but as a teenager, how are you going to figure it out? Because you can't just say like, hey, mom, juices, I'm going to go drive to Savannah to go do something. Like, no, I'm not going to go drive to Savannah to go do something. So like,
but those years of growing and figuring it out are not easy. And like you said, you were fighting with your parents, but that's figuring it out. It's not always like, oh, I just thought of this great idea. Problem
should help
solved.
because adults are supposed to be our role models. So like for me, like I used to teach middle schoolers. Okay,
right.
These middle schoolers, they had issues. Boy, let me tell you, middle schoolers in California, jeez, especially in Santa Monica. And I literally, like, I talked to them outside of my classes too.
Right.
Like, I had to try and help them because I was their role model. They looked at me as like a big sister because I wasn't that much older than them. But like, I felt that was my position to try and get them to be like, one girl wanted to cut herself and do drugs and all that stuff. I was like, no, hun, like, don't do that. There's so much more. Like, you have to talk to them. You have to try and get them to go out and do stuff. It's like, why don't you go here? Why don't you do that? And
I'm not advising people stop caring. I'm just saying.
But you have to, like, as adults, like, we have to try and make it better for the youth.
It's great that you are resourceful, Ryan, and we truly commend that. But a lot of kids need more guidance, and the simple thing like putting on a show or having
I don't think
teams.
You guys are saying opposite things.
Yeah, you're having athletics or having teams. It shouldn't cost that much money to put programs in place for kids to feel really good. Not just that they have a way to socialize, but they feel good about what they're contributing.
We're just saying that he's saying that kids need to take on a little bit more responsibility and try and figure it out, and I'm saying adults need to take a little bit more responsibility. So it's like the same thing. It's the same thing. Right. It's just like you're saying one side and I'm saying a different side. But they both need to happen.
Yes.
Kids need
Those are both good resolutions for
those.
them.
Get it going.
Really good. All
I
right, so
agree with everybody.
I think we're ready to move on. Who hasn't read yet? And who would like to read?
I think it's Tara's turn.
Tara?
Okay.
Oh, this one is we can't figure out if this is a joke post or not, but let's assume it isn't because it's great. Go. I peeped my son, yeah.
I've peeped my son using, is that like the right way to say it?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope so because I like it.
Yeah, okay. I just thought that was like
I think peep should be a verb.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
it just sounds so weird.
Bro, peep my Instagram right now.
That sounds so weird. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, I've peeped my son using this term in chat rooms over the internet, and I'm wanting to make sure this wasn't what he was meaning by it. Also, do you think this sup term could be a sign of gang activity? I love my son very much, and I would never want him to stumble down the path of gangs. I think this rap music he's been listening to has inspired him to use these hateful terms. Okay, but
Sup
keep my...
isn't a hateful term,
No, but
first
hold
of all.
on. I'm wanting to make sure this wasn't what he was meaning by it. What was it? Did she
Sup.
leave
The sup.
the sup?
Instead of
She saw
what
the
is
term
up.
sup
No,
and she's concerned.
No, because she said also, do you think this sup term? So there's a term that she forgot to
No.
ask. what
I
She's
think
saying,
she
she's
meant
saying
sup the whole
in
time.
addition to what I'm asking you, do you think that the term could be
exactly.
a sign
So,
of gang
but
activity?
what is the thing that she's asking
About
like,
sup.
where-
It's both. They're both about sup. But
Yeah.
additionally,
Oh,
she's following up
Jesus.
the question about sup. First, she
rap.
says, "Is this what he meant by meaning it? Hateful."
That's not gang activity. Sup.
Yeah. Well, that's the more important part.
Okay, it's not. It's
Well,
not gang activity.
He's
No.
trying to be
Translate.
He's trying to be young
What-
and fly.
what-
So it's a no.
It's a
Sup
no.
is
Sup is
sup
not.
is what's up,
Yes. Okay.
and it
sup
means
is not gang
what
activity. And this,
are you doing?
This rap music, I mean, yeah, it could be influencing because.
So why
It could be
So
okay.
I-
So
why
it
do
could
you-
be a
clarify.
It could be.
It could be. No. Okay.
Why
it
can't
could-
she just ask her son, what does sup
No,
mean?
I actually.
No.
Well, it's slightly unrelated, but I
Okay.
think it's kind of funny. So
Okay.
I was doing some work. I'm interning for my mom this summer, and I was doing this like presentation for her on a project, and I was explaining to her that, it has to do with like Instagram and like trendy, and like I was, showing her some things with like Alfred's and like, Instagram, like social, like Instagram stuff, and I used the word betchy.
I'm sorry.
And-
What?
I'd be confused. I'd think you were in a
Betchy.
gang.
Do you know
yeah.
what the
Are you
word
in a
betchy-
gang?
Betchy?
You don't know what betchy is?
No.
You're
Never.
in a
None
gang,
of you guys
Jilly.
know what betchy is?
I think you
You're
may
in
be
a
in a
gang,
gang.
Jilly.
Yeah.
No, okay, none of you guys.
What
know
does it
betchy
mean?
You're in a
What does it
gang,
mean?
Jilly?
I'm
Aaron
not-
knows everything.
You're in a
Director
gang,
Aaron
Jilly?
is over here. And
I
None
know
of you?
that.
he is internet culture boy.
Okay.
Fetch
I'm
is not
Okay,
a
so
thing.
what is it?
I am going to get the
Urban
exact
Dictionary it.
Oh,
She's in a
okay. Here we
gang,
go. We're
that's
all
it.
going to learn a new word.
Okay, because I thought that was going to be like somewhat of an equivalent.
I say if you think
Clearly, it's not.
if you're
Clearly-
actually wait, hold on, I have some advice to say.
Her
Yeah,
gang
go
is
ahead.
on
Let's-
Ryan.
let's let Sean
Her
talk.
gang is on
Go
Slack.
ahead, Sean.
Wheezy, let
Huh?
Sean talk. Let Sean talk.
Okay,
If she's
go.
actually concerned with her son being in a gang, then she should pay attention to the kids that he's surrounded with,
Yeah.
and not necessarily just the music he's listening to, because rap can definitely influence you, because it's a lot of it is gang related. But pay attention to other things, like if he's using drugs, or if he's hanging out with the wrong crowd. You got to pay attention to that, and not sup. Like sup is not gang related at
There's
all.
always going to be teen slang that you don't understand, and it's usually harmless. And
It's
you
lit.
just
That's
you
one
just
of them.
ask,
Fire.
what does this mean? And you learn a
Flags.
new word, like we're about to learn
It's
from
like-
Jilly.
but, like, more-
It started out with what is up, and then it's what's up, and then
And
it
then
was
it-
what's up, and then
and
it's just
now
sup.
it's sup.
Sup.
Eventually, it's just going to be.
It's just like, it's like the.
What do we got?
It's like okay, so hold
It's
on.
already saw.
It's dude.
So it's basically. Hold on.
I can define it in other
Yeah, not Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
I seriously
Here,
have
you-
never heard of
So
this
it's
word.
basically it's like the LA. It's like the LA like
LA.
version of like Jappy, but just not
What
Jewish.
is
I don't even know what
Jappy?
Jappy
Like
is.
Oh.
Jewish American princess. Like
Is it
like
like
goes to like
hipstery
press
or-
juice and like is
Use it
wearing
in a
like Ugg
sentence.
boots.
I
Like,
have
oh,
never
she's
heard of
so like she's so bitchy. Like she's like
Oh.
Are you
like
saying
that.
like bitch, but you're going like that?
Like it's
a little bit.
It's got a little bit of a twang to it.
Gotcha.
hold on, let me see.
No,
if there's-
no,
Gotcha.
you can't say a little bit. Is this meaning, look at that bitch, but then you're saying, look at that bitch.
No. Then no.
Okay, so then no.
We're doing it like that.
This is my
Okay.
new favorite conversation ever.
I really can't
It's just
understand
a
this
it's a
word.
more white, less Jewish Jap, which is Jewish American princess. It's the girls who walk around with their Starbucks and their Uggs and their
That's
Patagonia
bitchy.
jackets,
Okay.
and it's wealthy snobbiness, but it's not bitchiness like rudeness.
So it's hipster.
It's LA.
Hipster sister.
It's just like the
No, it's
LA.
not hipster at all.
It's
Just an
trendy.
LA
Trendy.
girl.
It's not that at all.
Trendy.
Is it
In a Brentwood way.
Kardashian?
It's Brentwood.
Is it
Okay.
Kardashian?
Is it like just white
What
girls?
is Jewish
basically?
American princess though?
It's
Like,
just that it's
Everything that you have is a more expensive than you actually need version of what you
And
have.
it's
Yes.
like
But it's
it's
only
like
Jews?
flashy. It's
Can
like
a guy be bitchy?
Lululemons. It's like Lululemon. It's like It's like
Jilly,
That term, like,
can a
we
guy
don't
be
even have a
Betchy?
term
Or is it
that.
for only
We do
females?
now.
But that's
can
so.
include you.
Oh, but like that's not gonna catch on. I'm not gonna use that.
I'm gonna
Absolutely
use
not.
that all the time.
there's
Jilly
it's
says it already
no,
has
it's,
caught
it's
on.
Complete. It is. I'm gonna send you a bunch of.
Tara,
there's
you're
Instagram
old,
accounts,
Becky,
there's
so-
Twitter
I know.
accounts.
Like this is
I am
stupid.
gonna DM you so much stuff.
Okay, I
after
think
the
it's
show.
stupid.
Oh, you're going to be hashtagging Betchy all
Next week.
night.
Absolutely
Tara.
not.
Next week we
I just say
we are
Valley
gonna
Girl.
have a follow up on the
Please.
Okay.
We need her to educate us because we're
Yes.
old.
What's
That's
the dude
why.
version of
Like-
Betchy?
So you do know that Jilly is one wave ahead of our curve.
No,
and we need
this
to
is
pay
like-
attention.
No, so now, well, the whole thing was I had to like explain to her, but now I'm gonna have to explain it all to you guys too.
We're
I
so
really
behind.
Are you
Yeah.
Betchy? Would you consider yourself
I
Betchy?
was really bad.
You have no excuse for not
Were
knowing
you?
what it is because
I
you're her
was.
age.
I
I'm
was
the
like.
youngest.
I was like.
Rattle off some items.
I was at Soul Cycle
Wow.
4 to 5 times a week.
Oh,
I was wearing
Starbucks.
Ugg boots. I was in Lululemons. I was.
What a bitch.
I was so betchy. I was.
Irredeemable.
Yeah, I was like, let's go to like La Scala and get a chopped salad.
Jilly, I can't with you. We're
No.
not. No.
I was like,
no.
yeah.
You would be
I
on
was
the
like-
pail.
I know.
Wow.
Jilly.
I know. I'm trying to think of what else.
Ryan,
was,
are you
like,
going to be
so-
okay?
I know.
Because you're sitting really
I'm
close
so much
to her.
better now, though, aren't I?
She is.
I'm not as annoying.
She's so earth right now.
There's a hotbed, an unfathomable hotbed of these types of people who go to Syracuse,
Really?
who live in New York City.
You look like you're about to cry right now.
Oh, my eyes did start watering, but like unrelated. My eyes just started watering.
That is the
But-
ancestral homeland of Betch.
Yeah, it's just
What a
Jappy, but
Long
like but
Island.
you don't have to be Jewish. It's Long
Yes.
Island.
Yes.
Yes, but like
I never knew that.
oh,
was
it hurts so
London.
bad to think about
Oh.
like the Soul Cycle. That one hit home.
What is that?
It's a spin class place where you go and then you post Snapchats.
And
of it.
Jilly's
You
trying to
dress
get me to
up
go to the
and
spin
you go
class
once a
place.
month and then you post a
it's
Snapchat
a
and go
different
get an
one?
acai
Okay.
bowl and everyone thinks you're
But it's still
so
a spin
healthy and
class.
in shape and all that stuff.
Wow.
Still
I
Okay.
can't with this. I thought that was just.
So I think
like,
California
really-
is way behind
I-
this curve. That's what I think is
She's
happening.
trying to make all
LA is what it's LA.
That's that what
It's
LA
LA is like
Betchy
is
is
the
LA.
home of the
So,
Betch.
Homeland.
Home of the bitch.
Oh, okay.
You got it?
Got it.
No, you probably still don't have it.
F you. Yes, I do.
Yo.
Hey, you just became a Betch just now. We all saw it.
I watched the Betchy.
No, that's more of a
Betchy.
big.
I am your resident Betch. I will take care of
That
this.
is not.
Don't
I
worry.
am not a betch. Okay, like I don't.
So yelling
I
F
don't,
No,
you at
she
Syracuse
is-
boy is not
no.
a Betch.
You have to
Do you
know what a
want me
Betch means to
say
identify as
the
one.
word, Wheezy.
Oh, sure. I'm learning. I'm here to learn. I'm an open.
Okay.
Do you want me to say what I want to say when he called me a betch?
I didn't call you a Betch.
No one
Weezy
called you a
did.
betch.
Oh, who called me a betch?
Don't
Why
say
did
it.
I say F
Louise
you to
called
you?
you.
You can't
No,
say
Jill,
it.
if
know
anyone,
what it
okay,
means.
Jilly's the bitch here,
Oh, no,
and
I do
and
know
and
what it
and
means, though. I get
and
it, though.
she's trying
I
to
really-
turn me because she called me with all the Fosters to come with her to go to the spin class. Yes, you did.
Not to Soul Cycle.
But to a
Oh, thanks
different
for
spin
the
class.
invite,
But it's
Jilly.
still.
It was like a-
I
we're
wouldn't
trying to
go, but thanks for the invite.
It was a more underground spin
All right,
class.
everyone, let's settle down about
She's
the
trying to create more bitches,
exercise.
and I'm the next one in line.
I
So,
dance for exercise, so I don't need a soul cycle.
so bitch.
All right.
Okay, there's one more question.
I think this has been truly helpful. So is this something that we aspire to or something that
No.
Okay.
I aspire.
Let's get our pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
God.
But if
Ew.
you're a young girl in Long Island or LA, like
I
yeah,
think this
this
is the
might
time
be what you aspire
I think
to.
I might walk out right
in
now.
the worst way. Like almost back to the gang thing. Like yeah, I guess rap could like make you want to be in a gang, but gangs aren't good. Same thing. Like yeah, I guess cultures around you. What?
Free City Sweats. That's another like betchy thing.
Oh yeah. But like if you like, or if you're on the East Coast,
Ooh,
it's
but what
Canada
about, like,
Goose.
Brandy
Oh,
Melville? That's kind of betchy.
a little bit. But
A little
Canada
bit.
Goose on the East Coast. Ugh.
What are all these
I don't
terms?
even know
What?
that.
Canada
It's a very
Goose,
expensive
Free
jacket.
City Sweats.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know those either.
Like
we don't shop at
So
the
do
same-
people who
Cycles.
are Betchy, do they look at what other people have on and judge it?
Jilly does.
Yeah,
Do they?
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
I mean,
Everyone judges.
They all
Yeah.
wear a lot of the same things.
Okay, so it's
I don't
like
know if they. I don't know.
And
if
they all
would
dress
go-
the same too.
They
Those
do.
girls, like you see them. Like I know what you're talking about now. Like I understand the term of who they are.
I'm gonna show
The
you this.
Adidas.
Oh, if you could send
There's
us
a
a picture.
there's
Ryan
a
is
Twitter
gonna get a
account called
beat
Betches
down.
Love. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna
Ryan
show
is
you.
gonna get a beat down.
Wait, there's one more
okay?
question
We need
then.
to like. Okay, let's
Okay,
read the
let's
last
read
question.
the last question.
Question?
Tara, you read it.
All
it's
right,
fine.
you can read the
Okay,
last
I
question.
identify as a gender fluid, and okay, first of all, can we tell me what gender fluid is really, really quick?
So I think it's some days they feel more feminine and some days they feel more masculine.
Okay, got it. So I identify as gender fluid, and I don't shave any of my body hair. This is all fine and cool on my masculine androgynous days, but on my my more feminine days, I feel like I should be shaving it Question marks. I guess I just feel like it's too much work, or without body hair, it doesn't really pass me as a man. I don't know. I guess I just want others to know others' opinion on this that didn't understand.
I think your own opinion is what matters, not what other people think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
Done.
Gotta do you.
Do you?
I didn't really get what they were asking. At
Yeah,
all.
just like shave if you feel too hairy. Like that's how I do
They're
it.
asking like, should they shave because then when they feel more feminine, you shouldn't like. Females shave.
I
So
think
if
Ryan's
he's
onto
feeling more
something.
feminine, like you should shave. So if you want to, then do it. If you don't want to, then don't do it. Just like
It's yeah. I
Sure,
mean,
It's on you, really.
Your
there,
body,
there
your
might be
life.
days where you shave the day before and you're like, oh no, now I feel like a man and I don't have any hair.
just
So then
be
think ahead.
comfortable.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks because nowadays you
Exactly.
can dress however you want and wear your hair however you want and you can shave or not shave and
As you
Say it
should.
again.
And if people don't like that and they judge you, then you can just say screw you and go walk away, and you'll find someone else that's cool that you can talk to.
yeah, you can just wear like if you don't shave, you can just wear your full body sweats to Soul Cycle and bet your
I'm gonna say it.
bet your day away,
I'll
right?
say it again. Your body, your life.
I love that.
Okay, so that's a good motto to live by. I'm so excited that we learned about being betchy, and please send us a picture of you being betchy, and we'll post it on our.
Can
on
we
our show
all
next
be
week.
betchy
Yes.
next week?
Next week, let's be betchy.
Go look
We're
on
gonna do it.
Instagram.
Oh,
Everyone
Ryan.
has to be betchy next
Oh,
week.
P.S.
my
Ryan,
God.
I need
good.
you. I need you this.
That's
good.
a betch thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're low
that's
on
the
kids.
best
We
thing to do.
Ryan's the best panelist, right?
Ryan, are you gonna be here all summer?
I would love to. I don't have work on Tuesdays. So.
No,
Okay,
but
yay,
like,
Ryan.
I
I'm
like you,
asking,
Ryan.
Like, are you gonna be in LA all summer?
Yeah, I'm here
Do you want to
Sunday,
come to Pride on Sunday with us?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Okay,
I
so
work
we have.
Sunday until Saturday.
Ryan, we're new best
So-
friends.
oh,
After
fine.
7. After
After
7.
7, you're gonna come
Goodbye,
and join
everybody.
us. It's
See you
gonna be
next
an
week.
all-day thing. Like, it's
Bye. Later.